Hi, I'm Matt with Dirt Road Cred, and in today's Distinction Applied installation video, we're going to show you how to install a set of color-matched mirrors for your 2018 to newer Jeep Wrangler JL, as well as your 2020 and newer Jeep Gladiator JT. The color match mirrors from Distinction Applied are a great way to customize the exterior of your door on both the JL and the JT. Now, as you can see laid out on the table, we have got the passenger side mirror here, but this does come as a pair when you order them. We've got ours finished in a 41 factory color to match the color of our build behind us. You can also get these mix and match with hydrographic dip patterns, factory colors, or some even accent colors that they have on the website. The only thing that you have to do to get these installed is swap the mirror glass over from your factory mirror and just connect one wiring harness and 3 bolts. It's actually a very simple installation, contrary to a lot of other mirrors on the market. Now, when you order these, you can order them 2 different ways. You can either get them completely pane matched, which includes the base here, as well as the entire exterior of the mirror, or you can just get them as the caps on the exterior. Now, we're gonna go ahead and show you how to get these installed onto our 2025 Jeep Wrangler 2-door. All right, guys, so we're gonna show you how to remove the glass on the mirror in our color matched mirror here. I know it's a little bit out of order, but we wanna show you how to remove the glass safely and efficiently. So what you're gonna do is we're basically on the passenger side here. You're gonna push on the inside of the mirror like so to give yourself a little bit of a lip here. Grab it under both sides and just give it a nice pull. Now in our case, we do not have any plugs or connectors underneath there. Normally you would have a plug going right into here and running down, and that would need to be pulled out before you swap it into your new mirror here. However, we do not have any plugs here, so that's pretty much good to go. One other thing to note is that these will kind of bend a little bit. There could be 1 or 2 depending on year, and you want to make sure that they have a proper curvature, which we'll explain a little later. Now, a pro tip on starting the mirror removal of your Jeep: roll down the window on the vehicle, then grab yourself a T40 Torx bit, as well as the factory wrench that's included with your Jeep. You can actually do this with no other tools than that, which is really cool because every Jeep came factory with this. Go on the inside of your door panel and you'll locate 3 T40 Torx bolts right like this. The reason I say to roll down your window is so I can work in and out, and when I'm removing these bolts, I want to be able to hold the mirror so it doesn't fall. You're going to want to set these aside. You will be reinstalling them, of course, onto your brand new mirror. They're pretty long, so that's about the size of one of them there. Remove all 3 of them. Make sure before you pull the last bolt out, you have either yourself or a friend outside to hold the mirror, because this is all that holds it on besides a wiring harness if your vehicle is equipped. So we're going to pull those off, and if I would just let this go, the mirror would have fallen out. If your Jeep comes equipped with a factory harness, it will plug right into here. We actually stole these mirrors off my dad's Jeep because ours got painted down south. So this is where the clip would be, and you simply depress on that, move it out, and you can set the mirror aside. So in our application here, we do not have any connector to reinstall. If you did, now would be a good time to reconnect it. And on this side, you can see how this kind of goes down a little bit. That's what you're going to angle this. Put it in first and go like that. There are also 2 alignment pins, one here and one here, and they go right into those holes. So you just set it into place. Right like so, making sure the alignment pins are installed. Grab your 3 Torx bolts that you previously removed. And I always like to start every bolt by hand. And especially in this situation, you want to make sure all 3 of them are started. And I would suggest maybe snugging one up before you let go of the mirror on the outside. That way your mirror isn't dropping on the outside of the vehicle. So we got that one pretty snugged up. And you don't have to go too crazy when you tighten these down, because I've actually noticed if you go too tight, the whole door panel kind of squishes in on itself, because you've got the outer door panel and the inner panel, and it's pulling them together. So you do not need to go too crazy on this, but you want them to be nice and snug. We can snug these up by hand to save a little bit of ratcheting time. One cool part is that you only need the factory Jeep toolkit to do this. So of course we want to reinstall the glass here. They are right hand and left hand side specific. There's a couple pro tips behind here. The first is the fact that ours is obviously missing, but normally these would have a harness if they are power heated mirrors. You want to make sure that you run this through properly and have it reconnecting into the mirror glass. If not, your heated mirrors will not function, as well as the little marker for the blind spot if your Jeep is equipped with that. The second thing, depending on model year, you will have 1 or 2 of these small retention clips that actually bend towards the center of the vehicle. A lot of the times when you pull the glass out, these will actually straighten out and kind of go outwards. You want to make sure that they have just a slight curve inward like this, so they can catch the location on the inside here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reinstall this. So this is obviously our right hand side. This bend has a nice little groove to it and is going to go right down into there. And then all of these, this round circle, will clip right into this. So you can see there are almost like 4 markers with little tabs there. Those are going to be matching up to this. So we're going to see if we can do this right the first time, because if not, so there you go. You heard a nice snap. Everything is moving nicely. On ours, of course, we do not have anything power, but you want to make sure that everything is moving nicely. And I would suggest going inside your vehicle, doing your power mirrors, and making sure that you have a free flow of motion, just to make sure that the whole thing is working correctly before you go drive down the road and your mirrors are not adjusting for you. All right, guys, we got the installation wrapped up on the color match distinction applied mirrors on both sides of our 2025 Wrangler. I'd give yourself about 20 to 30 minutes, depending if you've got a connector or a plug on the back side of the glass. Everything is super simple, and the only real tool you need is a T40 Torx bit, which you've already got in your Jeep toolkit. This really changes the look of the door, gives us a really sleek look, and something that really upscales the exterior of the Jeep and gets rid of the large black plastic mirror that was on here that could be sun faded depending on how old your Jeep is. Now give yourself about 20 minutes to install these. It's very simple, and I would expect you could do this in a garage. Just make sure your window's down so you can reach out and actually hold that mirror. If you've picked up a set of these, thank you for making your Jeep distinct with distinction applied.